G'day folks, Cleggy here, and what we're going to do today is have a quick run through the Water Kit C and some of the different ways that you can hook it to the XP Deus. Like anything with the XP Deus, it is a very versatile little kit, and it will really depend on, I guess, how underwater you want to go is to the best way to attach it to your XP. So firstly, we'll just have a quick look at the kit. Of course, it comes with the little waterproof pouch here that you can put your remote in or your WS4 unit, depending on what you're using on that particular day. So that's the waterproof pouch, good to 5 meters. It comes with the output here for your headphones, go into the end just here. And of course there's a plug in here that goes into the bottom of the remote, or the clip jack adapter if you're using the WS4. You also of course get your cable. This is the 2.5 meter one, so it's quite long. So this is the cable that of course takes the signal from the coil up to the remote, or the WS4 or the WS5 or whatever you're using. So that's the cable itself. There is a little set of waterproof earphones there too. If you don't currently have a set, these are a good little set, or you can use your own, of course. Standard 3.5mm plug. Also comes with an optional volume adjustment, which you can just put in through between the waterproof pouch and the headphones, and that'll give you the ability to adjust the volume of the headphones. So we'll put those aside for the moment. It also comes with a little bag that's got some rubber rings in it and 3 funny looking little clips like so. Now essentially on the wire you've got a large clip which is on there. This clip here attaches to the coil, and then this little fella here slides in behind that clip like so, and wherever you place that clip. Now I'll just run you through a few options with that. Firstly, we'll just quickly attach the wire to the coil itself. So if you take a look at your coil, you'll see your charging points just here, and just to the outside of the coil is where your flashing light is. So what we do is we take the clip with the cord facing inside, pointing towards the inside of the coil, and you simply cover that light with it. So clip it on like so, and that's quite firmly attached. The rubber ring is to go from one side of the clip, underneath, up and over, and onto the other side. Alright, so there's 3 of those, and they wrap underneath and hold it even more securely in place. So there's 3 rubber rings in there to keep that in place, and I suggest you use the rubber rings. Failing that, a small rubber band will do the job as well. Now the little clips, there are quite a few placements for this, so I'll just run you through some of the most common ones. Number 1, you're going to be doing some underwater detecting, but you won't be going underwater yourself, so the remote control unit will remain above the level of the water. So this would be something you're doing maybe somewhere around thigh deep water, something like that. So the remote's going to stay dry, but the coil and maybe a good percentage of the shaft is going to be going underwater. So in that case, you would take your little clip and you would attach it to your S-shaped shaft onto the grey handle. Now don't put it onto the black shaft itself, because as you slide this forward to deploy the detector, it will knock it off. So it goes just there, so that when the shaft's fully extended, that is sitting just behind the remote mount at the top. Alright, so that's option 1, to put it there so the remote's going to stay dry, but the coil and the shaft are going to go underwater. And then of course we just literally clip this little clip up underneath here, and we're ready to go. Second option, you're going to go underwater and you're going to take the whole thing underwater. So we're putting the goggles on and the snorkel, and we're getting some seriously wet to do some detecting. In that case, what you would do is, and this is in the case that we use the remote unit inside the waterproof case, what you would do in that case is actually take one of these small clips and attach it just below the hard black seal band of your underwater case. So it would stick to the case itself just below the hard band, and then the small clip will go in behind there, and your remote control is in here, so then the signal can go from the little clip to the remote control inside the waterproof case. So this is in the case of you going diving or something like that. Remember, the case is 5 meters, so you can get 5 meters down, plus however far you can reach in front of you to get the coil down. So the clip goes just on the case itself, remember, and that goes into the clip and holds it firmly in place. So that's another option there. Another option, and I'll refer to the instructions for this one, is to put the little clip on the back of your WS4 unit, if you're going to be using your WS4 unit. This is a handy way to go if, again, you're not getting fully submerged, so you don't want to get your remote wet. What you can do is leave the remote away, use the WS4 unit, the backbone unit, and then with the underwater kit, then you can really put the entire shaft underwater, as long as the WS4 unit doesn't go underwater. So that means your head, if you keep your head out of the water, you should be able to get down as far as you can. The other way is with the WS5 headphones, and quite honestly, this would probably be pretty rare that I'd be taking a WS5 headphones, like a full-size headphones, into the water itself. But there is the option too to place the clip just on top of the WS5 headphone, just above where the control unit is. Now, one other way to do this, your remote control unit, what you can do is, if you're going to be using the remote detached from the shaft, and I mean you might be using it handheld or something like that, what you can do is attach one of these little clips to the rear of the remote unit itself. Now, this is probably the preferred method that I use when I go, is I would have this clip on the back here, and that way the remote remains handheld. So I can sort of, hold it up if I want to get a little bit deeper and that sort of thing. So you can attach one of these clips to the remote as well. So there's quite a few ways, but they are the most common. So just a quick recap. Attach the coil, the clip to the coil, cord facing inways, and it covers the flashing light. The clip can go here on the handle itself, not on the actual sliding shaft, but on the fixed handle. The clip can go directly onto your waterproof pouch if you're going to go completely underwater and put the remote unit inside the pouch. So we attach a clip to the case for that purpose there. It can also go directly on the back of your remote control unit. So again, you can go detecting, use the remote control unit handheld, and still get a clear signal sticking the coil deep underwater. Also, on your WS4 and your WS5 headphones, it can also be utilised in those applications. So it is very, very simple to fit. Remember, just clip this on, use one of the rubber bands to secure it in place, and use your clips where you're most likely to use it. Thanks very much. That's been Water Kit C. I'm Cleggy. Any questions, just ask them below and I'll answer them as quickly as I can. Cheers, guys. Enjoy underwater detecting. Bye-bye.